Okay, so in our last lecture, we finished till I think AS path. So in AS path, we can also check one more command. Let me show you. If I go to R4, okay, let's see what R6 is receiving from R4, for example, BGP. So it is receiving this route, right, from R4 and R5. Let's say, let's focus on this particular route 172.16.100.0. Now let's go to R4 and for R6 the best path for this particular subnet is via R4, right? Now I will go to, let's say, R4, show access list. So there is one access list 30 which is matching this particular subnet, right? 172.16.100.0. Now what we can do is, let's say, show route map path. Let's create one route map named AS path. I will match the address 30, right? The access list number with that particular subnet is 30, right? I will say set AS prepend 100, 100, 100, right? Set AS prepend, set AS path prepend 100, 100, 100, right? So I have prepended the AS. Now let's see what happens if I go to show IPPGP summary, IPPGP. Let's clear the route. IPPGP star swap out. Let's go to R6. But first of all, we need to apply this, right? So router BGP 100. My neighbor IP is 46.1.1.6. I will apply this route map. What is the name of route map? AS path. Apply it in out direction, right? Now let's clear the route again. Show IPVGP summary, show IPVGP neighbor IP, advertise routes. Okay, so I'm advertising this particular subnet, right? Just because, okay, data. So okay, now let's go to R6 and check now. You can see now at R6 the best is via R5 because we are prepending the AS, right? Because we are prepending the AS, so it is best via R5 now, right? Now let's go to our path selection. Now if, let me tell you something here. So now if I say clear IPPGP neighbor, if I clear the neighborship of R6 with, let's say, R5, okay, right? So once we clear the neighborship of R5, then the route will learn via R4 only. Then it will be the best. But again, when R5 comes back, just because it has the lower AS number, it is again becoming the best path, right? You can see here, right? Otherwise, what should have happened? Let's see. Let's see first this case without AS prepend. Then it will be more easier to understand. I go here. I'm not prepending anything. Let's see. Okay. Here IP BGP star soft. Now see, let's see what's happening here. Now this route I'm receiving from R5 and R4. So if we check the criteria, weight, local preference, weight for both is same, right? 0, 0. Local preference is also, when it is empty, it is 100, right? It is also tied. Locally injected route, these are not locally injected route, right? AS path, lower is preferred. AS path is also same. They are crossing only one AS, right? Now, origin code for both the route is I. That means that both routes are advertised via the network command. So this code is also same, right? Now, med, lower is preferred. So there is nothing under the metric. This is the med value. It is also 0. So this is also same, right? Empty means it's 0. So it's also same for uh, both the routes which it is receiving from R5 and R4, right? Now IGP metric to reach next hop, it is also same. If I open this route, show IP BGP, right? Right. So this value is also same. It is not going to compare this, right? Because we are not running any IGP between these two devices, right? Between here we are just running directly connected a neighborship on this link. So this value is also not compared, right? Now what's next? It will go to older EBGP routes. So whichever route it receives first, or you can say the route which is the older route, it will select as a best route. Now for example, if I'm at R6, show IP BGP, now the best route is via R5 because it maybe it learns this route first. Let's clear this. Show IP, clear IP BGP. So when we flag the neighborship of R5, right? This, then it will stop learning this route from R5, and then the route from R4 will become the best and older also, right? So it will start learning this from this R4, and then it will be best for R4 as a older route. So I clear the BGP for R5, which was the older route earlier. Now because the neighborship left, so now the only route that left was the route from R4, which became the older route now, right? So if I check show IPBGP summary, sorry, show IPBGP, now you can see because the R4, the route received from R4 becomes the older one. That's why now it is the best. If I clear, let's say R4, then again it will start. If you clear the neighborship from R4, then R5's route will become the older and it will stay as a best. So if I clear IP BGP R4, now you will see the route is now best by R5. So it is choosing based upon the older route. Now let's go back to R4 and let's prepend the AS. Okay, clear IP BGP star out. Now see, now I'm at R6. Now you can see because we are prepending from R4, the route is best via R5. Now, no matter how many times we flag this neighborship, it will always become best from R5. Now, the older route criteria will never come, right? Because it is choosing best upon the AS path. AS path comes in the list at number 4, right? However, the older EBGP route criteria come a bit later, right? Around 9 or 10th step. So now it doesn't matter, right? No matter how many times we are clearing our BGP neighborship, every time whenever R5 will come up, it is going to select this as a best path because of this. We are prepending the AS, right? Let's clear it. I clear the BGP and it became again the best via R5, right? Sorry. Now what we can do is we can run one command. I'm at R6. What I will say is, sorry, the AS number is 200. I would say BGP best path AS path. It is showing unrecognized command. So this command is hidden. You cannot use your tab or something. It will not show you this command. So you need to type it. BGP best path AS path ignore. What this command will do is that for R6, it is not going to check the AS path for the AS path criteria for the best path. So if we are not checking AS path, right? So we are bypassing this. So again, our condition should go up to older eBGP route, right? Okay, if I do a show IP BGP now, now let's try to clear our neighbor again. So earlier what was happening, just because you are prepending the AS, right? And whenever we were clearing this neighborship, so when this neighborship was coming up, it was again becoming the best because of this AS path prepending. But now what we have done is we have told R6 that you should not include the AS path criteria in the attributes. Okay, so it will ignore it and it will move up to the older EBGP route criteria that was happening earlier, right? Before we were not doing any prepending. So now let's try to clear the BGP. Show IP BGP. See, now you can see that now the route is best via R4, though we are prepending, but still it is considering it as a best because now it is ignoring this criteria of AS path. Okay, so this is what I wanted to show you before moving forward to our next attribute. Okay, let's remove this. So this command is hidden, so you need to remember this command. I go to R4, let's not prepend anything here. Let's go back to R6, clear IP BGP star soft, show IP BGP, clear IP BGP star out as well on R4. Now we are back with our same situation. Okay, let's now check for the origin code. Our next attribute is the origin code, I guess. After AS path, we have the origin code attribute. So this EGP is not supported anymore, I think. So there are two options now, I over E. So I means if you see I in the BGP table, let's say I'm at R6. If you see I here, this the last attribute, this is the origin code. So I means that your route is advertised by a network command. So if I go back to the origin, so this route is advertised by R1, right? If I go to R1 and if I do a do show run section router BGP. So this subnet or this network is advertised by network command. That's why at on the PS you can see I here. I means it is advertised by network command. Okay. And if you see this question mark means that the particular subnet or network is advertised by redistribution. For example, let's say if we go to R1, show IP interface brief. Okay, let's create another loopback. Interface loopback. Let's say one IP address. Let's say 13, let's say 55.55.55.55. Okay, 255.255.255.255, right? And under router BGP, if I go and I say redistribute connected, if I say redistribute connected here, if I check my routing table, so there are a lot of connected routes, right? This one network, 12 network, 55. So this network is also connected network, this network is also connected. If I go at R1 and I just say router BGP 100 and redistribute connected, then all these connected networks will be redistributed. This 12 or this 13 network, 12 network, 13 network, and all its loopback. So let's try this. I would say redistribute connected, show IP BGP. Now you can see all the routes are advertised. If I go at R6, it will be receiving all these routes, right? These 12 networks, these 13 networks, one network, 55 network. We don't want that. Okay, what my requirement is, let's remove it first. My requirement is the new loopback that I just created, loopback 1. Only this loopback will be advertised. So what I will do is, uh, let's create one access list. I will create one access list, show access list 55. I would say standard 55 permit. And we will select this route, right? Now I will go to router BGP 100. Router BGP 100. Now I would say redistribute connected. Now see, you can see here you can use the route map, right? So we also need to create one route map. So let's create the route map also. Let's say I created one route map named redistribute. Okay, I will match the IP address access list. The access list number was 55, right? And that's it. So now I will go to router BGP 100, router BGP 100, redistribute connected. I would say route map, and the route map name was redistribute, right? That's it. Show IP BGP. Now you can see it suppressed all the other connected subnets, and it is only sending this 55, right? Now if you go to R6, you will see that all these subnets will be suppressed, right? You are only receiving the connected subnet 55.55.55. Now you can see for the 55, now the origin code is the question mark instead of, right? For 172.1600 network, it is I because it is advertised by network command, right? Now because we have redistributed this network, so it is coming as a question mark. Now show IP BGP. This 55 subnet is best via R4, right? So from R4 and R5, these the origin code is coming the question mark, right? Or you can say the it is also called incomplete. Now I want to make the best via, let's say, R5. Right now it is best via R4. Okay, I will go to R5. I will create one access list. Let's say I created the access list 55. Say permit 55 55 55.55 wildcard mask. I created one route map, right? Let's say I created the route map name origin. I would say match IP address. What is the access list number? It's 55. I would say set origin. There are two options. IGP, it means we have two options, right? If I go here, you have two options, I or question mark. You just forget this one because this is no more supported. So either I can set origin code as I or question mark. So and I will be preferred or question mark, right? So now at R6, both we are receiving as a question mark, right? Or you can say origin as a incomplete. So if I set origin as I instead of question mark for R5, then it will be best via R5, right? So that's what we are going to see now. So I'll set the origin code as IGP. I will apply this to my neighbor. Router BGP, my ES number is 100. Neighbor, my neighbor IP is 56.1.1.6. I would say route map. And the route map name is origin, right? And in which direction I am going to apply it? In out direction. Clear IP BGP star. So now let's go back to R6. You can see earlier it is best by R4. Let's try again. Now you can see earlier it was best by R4. Now it is best by R5 because the origin code is changed now from this incomplete to IGP, right? So this is how we can manipulate so like as we discussed for the AS path, it is also used to manipulate the incoming traffic, right? So it means that we are telling the ISP what is their entry point in our company or in our network, right? So these are the ISP routers. So we are telling the ISP router, okay, so you need to enter into our AS via R5. So it is also used to influence the incoming traffic. Okay. Okay, let's after origin code, what was next? It's med. It's a huge topic, med. Let's start. Okay, let's first remove this. Origin code, let's remove origin code. Clear the updates again. Let's go to R6. Show IP BGP. Now again, you can see the code is again changed back to normal. That is incomplete, right? Okay. Now let's go to med. I'm at R8. Let's say show IP BGP. Okay. Let's say I'm receiving this 172 Okay, so I did some change in the topology that we were using for our previous lecture. So I have also connected one link between R5 and R11. So IP at R5 link is 15.5, and here we have 15.1.1.11/8. Okay. Also, there is BGP eBGP neighborship between R5 and R11. So now if I'm at R8, so you can see the 172.16.100.0 network R8 is receiving via 11, R11, R7 and R6, right? R11, R6 and R7, right? This subnet is advertised from R1. So R5 is also advertising it to R6, R6 to R8, R5 to R7 to R8, like this, right? Same R4 is doing. So if I'm at R8, so R8, on R8 also, if you check, it is also selecting the best path via some other attribute, right? Because everything is same, so it is going up to this. Sorry, wait, not here. Let me go back. So it is also comparing based upon the older route, right? Because everything is same, right? Number of AS they are crossed, two AS are crossed. This IGP is also same. I mean, this origin code is also same. The weight is same, and there is no local preference. So by default is 100. Metric by default it is 0. Metric is the mat, right? So now let's see what I do is I'll go to R6. I'll show access list. There is no access list. Let's create one access list. Show access list. Let's say 6. Sorry, standard 6. IP address. Sorry, permit. IP permit 172.16.100.0 I created one ACL, right? And I permitted this particular subnet that we are sending to R8, right? This subnet. So we'll try to see the med with this subnet, okay? So now what I will do is I will create one route map. Let's say med, say match IP address. What is the ACL number? It's 6. Set metric. So to set the med value, the command is set metric, okay? So let's say we are using the med between 6 and 8. The router number is 6 and 8. So we'll use this combination 68. So we are sending the med 68 from 6. From 7, we will send the med value as the combination 7 and 8. So 78. And from 11 and 8, right? So there is the IP address we are using is 79. So let's send the 79 from here. So we'll send 68 from here, bit from R6. From R7 we are sending 78, and from R11 we will send the 79. Okay. So at R6, set metric 68. Okay. Do show history. Let's copy this at list. Let's permit this and let's copy till here. I will go to R7 and we'll send metric 78 from R7, right? And from R11 we'll send 79. Okay. Now let's go back to R8 and clear the update. Show IP, clear IP BGP star in. Okay. Now let's see. Still we are not receiving it. Oh, sorry. So we have also applied this condition into the BGP, right? So now I will go to router BGP 200. My neighbor is 68, right? 1.1.8. I would say route map. The name of the route map is MAD. I will say out, right? Same. I will go to R7 and I will say router BGP 200. My neighbor IP is 78.1.1.8. Route map name is MAD out. Now let's go back to R11. Router BGP not 100. I think it's 400, right? Yes, it's 400. Say neighbor. My neighbor IP is say and 79.8. Yes. So neighbor IP route map. The name of the route map is MAD. Say out. Now let's go to R8 and clear the updates again. Show IP BGP. Now we are receiving the MAD, right? Okay, because in the route map we did not give the second permit statement. That's why all the other routes are filtered. So it doesn't matter. So because we just need to see the behavior of MAD. Okay, because earlier we were also getting these two routes, and now we have at R6, R7, and R11 we have applied the route map, and we just created only one sequence number in the route map to permit only one subnet. That's why we are sending to R8 only one subnet. So not an issue. Okay. So now we are receiving the three routes, right? With the matrix 79, 78, and 68, right? And this 68 one is the best one, right? Because it is the lower value. Now let's suppose, and from R11 we are receiving 79. I will go to R11. Let's try to send some lower metric from here. Set metric, let's say 61 is the best now. Let's say I'm at 60. I will send 60 from R11. Clear GP soft. Now you can see we are sending 60 from R11, but still it is not the best route. Still we have 68 as a best route. So in the MAD there is a condition that when we are applying this condition of MAD, that lower will be preferred. So for all the subnets that we are comparing this criteria, so all the subnet should come from the same AS number. Now you can see this is my best route, right? It came from AS number 200, but this subnet, I mean this the R11, that the AS number of R11 is 400. So because these are coming from different ASs, so that's why it is not comparing this. So this is the condition in MAD that the routes that we are comparing, they must come from the same AS. Okay, you can see still the 68 is the best. So let's try to something on the paint. There is one more concept in MAD, so let's try to understand this. let's say okay, so now, so let's suppose this is R1. Okay, this is router 1, so this is R1, this is R2, this is R3, this is R4, and this is R5. Okay, let's try to connect them like this. This also connect them here. Now, okay, let's connect it again. Okay, so let's say this is interface 1 by 1. Okay, this is 1/2, 1/3. This is 1/4, 1/5, 1/6, 1/7, 1/8, 1/9, 1/10. Any given number we can give it 11, 12. Okay, that's so let's suppose this is our AS number 100. Okay, this this is AS number 200. Okay, this is AS number 300, and let's say this is AS number 400. I'm just taking any random example. Let's suppose from R1 we are advertising one route 100.1.1.1/24. So R1 will give this route to R2, R3, and R4, right? So before sending the routes, R2 is setting a metric of, let's say, 10. Okay. R3 before sending it to R5, it is setting a metric of 20. And R4 before sending it, it is setting a metric of, let's say, 30. Okay. So R2 is setting a metric of 10, R3 is sending a metric of 20, R3 is setting a metric of 30. Let's consider that R2 sends the very first update, okay, to R5. So in the BGP table of R5, so this route 100.1.1.0/24 will be best via, let's say, R2. Okay. After this, let's say R4 send this. So via R2, the metric value is 10, right? Let's say this is the first update. The second update is sent by, let's say, R4. So R4 also send this route, right? So R4 send it via, or send it with the metric value of how much? 30, right? Now the third update. So now see, before, let's say, 3 did not send anything yet. So because at R5, now we receive the two updates. The very first update we received from R2 with a metric value of 10, and then R4 send the same route with a metric value of 30. But now, because as we have already discussed this that R5 will compare the MAD only if the update is coming from the same AS, right? Because now R4 is sending it, R4 is in AS 200 and R2 was in 100, so it is not going to compare. So it will keep, it is not going to come, it is not, going to take any action. But now, here comes the next thing. So now R3, we also get the update from R3. It also sends the route to R5. or let's consider this, that R3 send the metric lower than R2. Let's say it sends with 5. Okay, so R3 send the same route to R5 with a metric value of 5, right? Now, because R3 is also in the same AS number 100, right? Our best route was in also it was received in from AS 100, and now we have one more candidate, right, which is also in 100. So it should compare now between these two, right. But there is a condition in MAD. Okay, it is not that simple. So what is the condition? Because R3 sent the update after R4, right? Because on, if you see, the very first update was received by R2. After that, R4 sent this request, not request, this update, right? After R4, R3 sent this request. Now, because these two requests sent by R1 and R3 are not uh, consecutive, right? It's not just after one another, because there is one more update in between from different AS. So now these two values are not going to be compared. Okay, I hope it's clear. So let me repeat it again, because we have we received the update from R1, which is in not sorry not from R1, from R2, which is in AS 100, right? After that, R4 sent the update and R4 is in 200, and at third number R3 sent the request, which is, though it is in the same AS 100, but these two values are not going to be compared, because these are two updates are not consecutive, these are not one after another. So these two updates must be one after another, only then it is going to be compared. If someone else with another AS number comes in between the updates, the MAD value is not going to be compared. So to resolve this problem, we are using the one command in BGP. So I mean, we need to tell tell the router, it doesn't matter in which sequence we received the update, you need to compare it. Okay, that particular rule will still be applicable, that we are not going to uh, compare anything if it is from different AS. But if we are receiving something from the same AS, it doesn't matter in which sequence we received the update, we are always going to compare it. Okay, so for that, somehow on my design or on my routers, this command is not working properly. So I can just show you how, I mean, how to configure it. So the command is router BGP 100, sorry, the AS number is 300, BGP deterministic MAD. So this is the command. Okay, as soon as you run this command, BGP is going to bypass this condition, that the updates to compare for MAD must be sequential, right? They must be in order, just one after another, only then it is going to compare. Okay, so as soon as you give this command, it is going to bypass this condition, that this sequential order thing. Okay, so this command somehow is not working on my router. I checked it. So the next thing is, we also want to bypass this condition, that if we are receiving the subnet from different AS, in that case also we want to compare it, right? So we can also do that. So there is one more command in BGP that we can use, BGP always compare MAD. Okay, as soon as we give this command, if we go show IP BGP, so the lowest metric value is from R11, which is in different subnet. So now it should be changed. Now you can see. Now even though it was from different AS numbers, still we are comparing the MAD. And now our best is via R11 because we have given this command BGP always compare MAD. Now in that condition, so always your MAD is going to be compared. Okay, so there are two conditions that we discussed. First is the BGP deterministic MAD. That means that your if first of all your requests must be from the same AS and they must be in order one after another, only then they are going to be compared. To bypass this, we will use the deterministic MAD command. And the main criteria that MAD says is that it is not going to be compared if it is received from different AS. So to bypass that particular scenario, we are going to use BGP always compare MAD command. Okay. So let's go back to our slide to check if we missed something. Local preference is path. Origin code we already discussed, right? MAD. So MAD is used to influence the incoming traffic. So it is also same like we were doing for AS path and origin code. It also has the same purpose. We are telling the ISP what will be our entry point, what will be their entry point to enter our AS. Okay, so it is also used to influence the uh, incoming traffic. Okay, now if we go to R11 IP BGP, let's say let's shut this link for a moment. E5 by 2 IP BGP. You can see from R6 and R7, we are setting how much MAD value 68 from R6 and 78 from R7. Let's go at R8, right? We have set this value, and R8 is now advertising this value or this subnet to R11 also, right? So you can see at R8 the value for this is the best, right? Best subnet, and the metric value is 68. If I go to R11 and I say show IP BGP, you can see there is nothing under metric. And when there is nothing under metric, so it means that the value is 0. So what does it mean is that when we are setting the metric value, it is valid till the next autonomous system number only. So if you have set the med value at R6, it comes up to R8. R8 is in AS300. So before sending the update to R11, R8 is going to strip off this information. So it will not send that value to R11. So this we must keep into mind that while we are influencing the traffic, so we must remember that MAD is not going to be propagated beyond the neighboring AS. So R6 is in 200, its neighbor AS is 300. It is not going beyond 300. Okay, so that we must remember. Lower is preferred. We already seen this. Default MAD value is 0. It does not go beyond the neighbor AS, right? We have seen already seen this, right? BGP deterministic MAD used to influence incoming traffic. Lower is preferred. Default will be compared only if only if updates come from same AS, right? That condition we have already checked. So default MAD value can be manipulated using below command. So there is one more command that we can use based upon our requirement. What actually the ideal situation for MAD is, let's say these are our two routers, right? R6 and R7. So these are in into the same AS number. So now let's go to R7, suppose. So we are sending the metric value 68 to R8, right? And 78 from R7. Let's remove what we are sending from R7. Show router BGP. Do show BGP. No, I'm not sending anything to clear IPBGP star. So I did not set anything now. If I go at R8, now you can see this subnet is again best via R7 because the metric value is blank, right? For R7, and blank value is considered as 0. So that is, it is the best. Now there is one more command. So I'm at R8, I'm saying that I do not want to use any blank values, okay, for man. If somebody is sending me some specific values, um, only then I mean I'm going to use those values. So what you can say is you can run this command, sorry, 300 BGP best path med missing as worst. Now what it will do is you can see all the values, blank values are now converted to some very high value, right? So now you can see again it, this router R8, it is going to use R6 as the best path, right? So this is how you can use it. Okay, so this was all about MAD. Okay, I think this was all about the path attributes, because the next path attributes, I mean, they are pretty much a self explanatory, because if you see, let's check what was the criteria once again. Okay, so origin code we already seen, mad neighbor type we have already seen up till older EBGP routes, right? The other are self-explanatory, right? Because if IGP matter, let's say after MAD, this is neighbor type. If there is one route which is one is received from IBGP neighbor and another one is from EBGP neighbor, so that EBGP neighbor will always be given the preference. Next one is the IBGP metric to reach next hop. So if this one is also tie, then it is going to compare the IGP, like if we are using OSPF or something. So what is the lowest metric to reach our next hop? So that will be compared. Older EBGP route, we have already seen this. And if everything, yeah, and if, I mean, if nothing is tied till here, older EBGP route, then the lower router ID will be the tiebreaker, right? So the router ID cannot be same, right? As you can see, so so the lower router ID, that will be considered as the best one. So this was all about the path attributes. So let's see. Mm, I still did not decide what we'll cover in our next lecture. Maybe I'm thinking of the BGP filtering. We'll see how we can filter the routes and all in BGP.